excited. And
Thank
we'll
you.
start
Thank
off
you.
that opening statement.
Well, first of all, I'm so proud to represent the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, the city, our fans, our team. I mean, these guys here have just really battled through. We all have battled through and persevered. And for us to bring home the Horizon League Championship is for everybody. I mean, everyone that stuck with us, everyone that's believed in us, everyone that sat through some of the good times and bad. I mean, this is for all of us. And that's what I'm most proud of. And to do it with these guys here, I think is special because from day one, you can tell these guys really liked each other. And it's not really talked enough about in sport. I think the first key ingredient to winning is you have to have a group of guys that really care about each other, truly, from top to the bottom. And it doesn't matter who scores or who gets the limelight, they just really care about one singular goal, and that's winning. And this group epitomizes that. That's how this group really took to their task of getting better as a group. It started in the summer, moving Jordan from the point over to the 2 spot. That's not an easy decision, and that's not something to take lightly. And when you're the point guard, you're the leader of the group, and now we're asking you to be at the 2 position. But he took it in stride. I think the fact that Kelm persevered through last season, and again, another guy that we initially thought that we were probably going to redshirt him just to kind of get him healthy and feeling good, and he came back and he was feeling better than ever. I mean, these were all signs that this group really wanted to do something. And then you throw Matt in the group and all the others, it just doesn't matter. They all just seem to really want to do one thing, and that's compete together. And that's how we credit the turnaround that we had in this run. It's really about these guys really coming together and really being a family. And it really showed, I thought, the last week of the season and how we finished here in the tournament.
Questions for the student athletes first? Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, could you just, you fellas talk a little bit about your toughness? That's kind of your calling card, it seems like, and underneath especially, and just a tough bunch.
Matt, you want to take that one?
All right. We pride ourselves on defense. Coach told us we were switching up to man in the tournament, and, man's really, it's gritty. You have to get down and, you got to make stops. That's what it came down to at the end of the day. And being with this group of people, we took it on ourselves to really come together on the defensive end and create stops and get in those gaps. And I'm just glad we made enough stops and we put the ball in the basket. And I got to tip my hat off to these two right next to me. And without them, this isn't possible.
This team right here, we fought through every adversity possible this season. We've been at our highest, we've been at our lows, and we never gave up on one another. And that's what you got to have in a strong team. These guys next to me, those guys in the locker room, they're tremendous teammates. We all pick each other up, and coming into this tournament, it got to go down. It got to come down to guarding man, see how tough you are in these situations. And I think we came together as a unit and did a great job of getting stops when we needed, playing against the best in the Horizon League, and we did a great job. I got to tip my hat to these guys here and those guys in that locker room, man. I love them, man. We made it happen.
In defense and rebounding is what I consider tough, and getting the 50-50 balls.
Check the rebounds, Kyle.
Yes, I did.
35-28. How about that?
We've been getting out-rebounded all year, and we knew coming into this tournament that's going to be something we had to pick up. And that and 50-50 balls seems like the ball rolled our way most of the tournament, and that's why we got to the point where we're at right now.
You guys obviously had a lot of confidence coming into this game with how you've been playing, but to get off to that fast start tonight, what did that do for you just to kind of settle the nerves and settle into the game?
Jordan, you want to start there?
It kind of picked us up. We knew coming into an atmosphere like this with a great team on the other end in Wright State, we had to come out and get our first punch. We couldn't take the punch because then the crowd gets into the game and then it's harder to play from behind. So we just wanted to come out and get our first blow, and I think we started the game tremendously. This guy to my left and this guy to my right, battling down low with those bigs on our team and getting us going. Austin hitting shots, JR coming in, giving up his body, Steve running the team well. I just love my guys. I mean, they put everything out on the line, and we got this thing together.
Matt, go ahead.
You know, just as this collective whole, we came together. That's what it comes down to. You know, in that locker room, everyone plays for each other. You know, I have to tip my hat off to everyone. Everyone makes those plays. 50-50 ball that JR got. Knocked down some shots. JL hit a big three. You know, Kyle was just phenomenal down low, just a beast. You know, I knew this was ours. So we had to come in this environment, and you know, we played with the best. We played at Green Bay, and you know, we had one home game, and we're the away team the rest of the way. We knew that. We know we're road warriors. That's what we want to be known as from now on. We're road warriors.
Yeah.
It was just coming together as a team and coming in an atmosphere like this. It can be difficult, but we didn't let it get to us at all. And I think, like Jordy said, coming out in a quick start and throwing that first punch really helped us.
What does it mean, Kyle? This is the first time you have won on this floor. What does it mean to do it in this setting, to get a fifth chance to win here and you take advantage of it?
Yeah, I mean, that's always back in my mind, but I mean, you don't think about it too much before the game. I really just thought about coming in here, just same routine as always, and then, you know, we came out with a win.
Any other questions for student athletes?
Are you going to wear that necklace to class tomorrow?
I might wear this for 2 weeks. Definitely.
All right, fellas. Well, it sounds like there's quite the celebration in the locker room. We'll let you get back to it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, coach. Enjoy this, coach. Preseason grind.
Matt,
That's what I'm talking about.
grab Jordan's hardware for him.
No, that's okay. You don't want MVP. I'll take that. Where's the villain, coach?
All right. Open it up to questions for Coach Jeter.
Coach, your coach came in here and said that when you guys came here, he thought you were searching for an identity, and you finally found it, and asked him what it was, and he said toughness.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we started so well, and I think in the middle part of that season, we got a little discouraged, and we were also trying to figure out what was next for us, what could be next, and toughness really came to mind. I thought that down the stretch, we didn't get stops at times. There were some things that discouraged us. You can see in games where our focus seemed to be on the last play rather than the next play. And that's toughness, that's discipline. But in this tournament, they just the look in their eye is just, okay, we're going to move to the next play. What's next, coach? All right? Okay, everyone got that? All right, let's go. And it was just that attitude, that approach in everything that we've done, from off the court to everything that we've done on the court. It's everything just has seemed to come together. There hasn't been anything that these guys have slacked in, and I think that's the focus, that's the discipline, and that's the toughness that's required to represent the Horizon League, to be the champion.
How about you, as confident as I'm sure you were in the team with the way you guys have been playing, are you surprised at all to look 10 minutes into the game and you look up and you're up 21-7 already?
I try not to look up because I know there's a lot of game to be played. But for us, we've been ahead, and the leads have come, and we've lost the lead, and we've won. We've been ahead and we've lost, or we've been behind and we've won. So we've been through every scenario that has helped prepare us for this. And I thought the key was we never rattled. We never rattled at Green Bay. We never rattled tonight when things seemed to get a little better. Called timeout. Okay, the focus again was on what's the next thing to do, rather than everyone, how come we didn't do this? How come we didn't rotate? How come we didn't talk? There was none of that. It was just, okay, here's the next right thing to do. And they seemed to really move quickly to that. And I thought that's the difference that I saw down the stretch than earlier in the season.
Facing the best defense in the league, what did you think the number one thing that you guys had to do offensively to be successful?
Any way to put the ball in the basket was going to be just a challenge. But I think for really it was stops. We had to make sure that we could guard them. and not really worried about if our ball was going to go in, but try to make sure that we got multiple stops on their end. And eventually, someone's going to score. It's kind of how we looked at it. But our focus was more on the defensive end, trying to match their toughness, their discipline, so that we could get stops and that we can be the team that gets that last rebound or make that last play. It was more of a focus on that rather than trying to go against their defense, because they really don't have holes in their defense. For us, it was mainly, okay, how can we guard them? How can we stop them, slow them down?
Your squad shot 25% from inside the arc. How important was it to hit those three-pointers during the game to kind of, get some extra points on the board?
The key was the timing of the threes. They tried to speed us up. They go full court pressure, and we made an extra pass, and we were aggressive with that pressure, and we made threes. I think that was the key. It was when those things happen. Normally, we get a little tentative, especially with a lead. Any team will get a little tentative. Okay, let's run some clock. But I thought these guys, they were very aggressive, and Jordy was very confident. And every time they pressured us, we seemed to get a three on the backside of that pressure that really kind of deflated what they were trying to do.
Is it motivating that you guys came into this tournament, into this year, in last place, and now you guys walk away with the trophy? Does that motivate you as a coach and to kind of go back and say, yeah, you guys were right about this all along?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty competitive,
Yeah.
and I know that games have to be played, and I'm sure if you ask those guys, I might have mentioned it a few times that we were picked last, and what are we going to do about it? Because that's the key. That's the key to life. What are you going to do about it? It's not, things are going to happen good. What are you going to do about it to make sure that you continue that? Things are going to happen bad. What are you going to do about it to get it turned around? Are you going to feel sorry for yourselves, or are we going to try to figure out what is it we can do to be better? This group really figured out what they can do to be better.
Any other questions for Coach?
Malcolm Moore, I thought, was kind of an unsung hero tonight. He was big inside. Can you talk about his contribution to it?
Malcolm Moore is a tough kid. I think he's, in a lot of ways, our MVP along with our trainer. Malcolm is injured. He's been injured all year. But, Coach, I want to play. I want to help you win. And, okay, Malcolm, let's do it. And he needs surgery on his knee, but he decided to play. And I think that's toughness. That's just giving up whatever you can, sacrificing yourself for the others, giving up a little bit of yourself so that the others can succeed. That sums up Malcolm. Very proud of him. Very happy that he decided to spend his final basketball year with us. And for him to go out on top is even better, especially when we know he's operating not at 100%. But our trainer has done a phenomenal job. I always tease him. I say, yeah, he looks like he's about 70%. And then my trainer, then he dunks it. How about that, Coach? I think that's about 90, 95. And that's the type of group we have. We all get along. We all care about each other. And Brandon Wells has done an incredible job, and Malcolm has shown incredible toughness to battle and play all season with that type of injury.
Any questions for Coach?
Coach, one more question. What's next? What do you want? Is there a preference for where you want to go, and how does it play out?
If we could play tomorrow, we'd play tomorrow. It doesn't matter. The NCAA picks up the full tab, right? Well, we'll go wherever. It's not a budgetary issue. We'll play wherever. We're just so happy to represent, again, the city, the university. So many people that have really just stuck with us, and for that group of guys to come together. Remember, there were 10 new faces, a lot of new faces that came together, and we figured out how to play together. They also figured out how there was some leadership that emerged, and then they just really dug deep to get respect back for how we want to play as a group, and put that all together, and it produced a championship. That's what I'm so excited about.